Welcome to the Loungers Plus Live Lounge, the man himself, Andrew Farriss.
How are you, Amy?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
Good, I think.
You hope, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, knock on wood. Now, you've not long ago got back from Tombstone in Arizona.
Yeah, that's true.
Shooting videos, photos for your next album.
Yeah.
Bet that was epic.
Yeah, well, that wasn't the first time we've done it, but it was great. It was a great experience. Yeah. That happened by accident the first time. I've been to the United States and many other countries, but many times. But in the US, this was different because we actually went, my wife, Marlene, and I went on a horse riding holiday.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, right down on the Mexican border. And that's how my sort of journey started a lot, even with the music that I'm making now, because at that point I thought, what kind of music does Andrew Farriss want to make if he was going to make his own music and not with a band, you know?
Not with INXS.
That's right. And I thought, and I had to think carefully about that because I love INXS and I respect those guys. So I didn't want to just sort of recreate, the work that I'd done with the band. I want to think carefully about who I am and what do I want to project to people, And it was that horse riding adventure that Marlena and I took, and we met an amazing couple, Craig and Tam Lawson, and they had a ranch right on the corner of Mexico, New Mexico, and Arizona, and we had a sort of an incredible experience by riding horses into what they call in America the national monument areas or national parks, where the history of that particular area we were in was literally, the cowboys from Tombstone.
Yes.
All that history, the outlaws. You had the U.S. cavalry, you had the Apache Indians, and of course you had the Mexican people and the Mexican army over the border. And it was tumultuous history in that area. And I actually rode through canyons, we did, just the four of us, Craig, who's passed away now, and Tammy's wife, and Marlene and I. And we rode through canyons where there was still stagecoach tracks in the ground. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Not car tires, you could tell the difference.
Yeah, because they would just dig into the stone.
That's right, and dirt or whatever. But it really hit home to me that I thought, this wasn't a Hollywood film. This was all real.
Yes.
And that's what hit me. And I started thinking, and one of my beginnings of what I was doing, I co-wrote a song with a great writer called Frank Myers, and we wrote a song called Apache Pass, which is about the history of that area. And that's why, if you're asking about Tombstone and Arizona, after Craig passed away, Tam moved away from their old ranch. And so I met a new bunch of people down there, and we went to their place called the Circle Z Ranch, actually is what it's called, and big place. And it borders onto a big, huge national park. And I was just stunned with the beauty of the area. And, it sounds very narcissistic and egotistical, but we went there to take pictures of me.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's part of your job.
like you would, right?
Yeah.
Like you should,
Yeah.
Anyway, but we did it because we were trying to capture a certain look,
Yeah, I have noticed. I did watch a fair few of your film clips.
Yeah.
Very old Western influence.
Stylized.
Stylized. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, well, also because, that's right, and also because Australia shares a very similar cultural background to the United States like that.
Yeah.
You had the original indigenous peoples, in both countries, but then you also had all these European people coming in and bringing all the folk music with them, and which turned into what we call country music. And, so there's a
history lesson here.
Well,
love it.
But that's what is so fascinating to me, is that whole time period is not just, isn't that silly? Andrew's dressing up like someone from the Old West. It's because I'm partly paying respect to the beginnings of what was country music.
Yeah, no, I love that. I was just you must be just really influenced by it, but you're paying respects. That's really nice.
Well, we all are.
Yeah.
We're all influenced by it, but in country music, but we don't think we are in that historical sense.
Yeah.
We just think, it's country music, but it's not quite that simple. It came from a really interesting cultural immersion, of people's.
Yeah, that's amazing. Back to the album.
Yeah.
Any ETA when we might be hearing it?
Well, I've come up with I've come up with an album name, and it's going to be called The Prospector.
Nice. Very on brand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And Someone for Everyone is going to be on that album, and I'm working on right now as we speak on finishing all of that, and there'll be some other bits and pieces coming out of that from that soon.
Super exciting stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, your Songs and Stories Australian Tour 2024
Yep.
kicks off next month. Are you excited for that?
I am. February 9th.
Yes.
There's the first show at the Beer Shed in New South Wales, and obviously near Campbelltown. And then we do a run of shows, and we go actually way up north to Cairns as well, and then down to Brizzy, and work our way back down to Victoria, and believe it or not, Tasmania. Then we come back up again.
Just do the rounds.
Yeah, that's right. And then we'll end up back in New South Wales again. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, you've got a big lineup for festival this year.
Yep.
You're at the Long Yard on the 21st.
That's right.
Live and local at Toyota Park, which is free on Thursday.
Yes.
And the Press on the 26th, which is also free.
Yeah, that's right.
And then, of course, on Saturday, 27th, you're one of our judges.
Yeah, that's right.
For the 2TM Discovered for 2024, which is super exciting. Are you looking forward to seeing all the new talent?
I am.
Like the future of country music.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's incredibly important that the younger people, how can I put it, get the opportunity to do these sorts of things, because they're the people that will hopefully be doing it, when older people like me can't anymore. And then those people are given the opportunity. It's so important, and it's exciting, actually, is the right word.
Yes, I'm a photographer, so I did the photos for it last year.
Right.
So I'll be there again this year doing the photos. It's just really nice to see.
Yeah.
All the nice, the young talent.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And I mean, I did a songwriters round this morning, and I was just really stunned at some of the talent of some of the younger people coming through as well, and especially in the field of songwriting, as Jeremy Turner, I think it was, said to me today, when we were sitting next to each other, and he said, "Look, we're all pretty strange, us songwriter people," and I didn't exactly. I didn't want to laugh at him, but I didn't want to cry. But I sat there thinking, yeah, he's pretty right.
Yeah.
It's because writing songs is so. It's worse than buying a lottery ticket, because you'll never know if your song really means anything to anyone.
Yeah.
And you're lucky. I'll quote John Lennon here, but you're lucky if anyone likes it.
Yeah. True. True. Now, do you have any advice for anyone wanting to start in the music industry? Obviously, you've been doing this for a very long time. Started off at INXS, now you're solo. So, any advice? I feel like you'd be a wealth of knowledge and information.
Well, I'm trying to think of something to say. I'll probably choose one of my dad's old sayings, which is, "No one gets through life without help from other people."
Yes.
And by that, what I mean is that the industry needs to encourage young people again to do it. And, to give them something like an opportunity to make their records, to pay them the money they should be getting as an artist, and, that someone is there to promote them, and that they get to share their music, like on radio or just, in any kind of media. Those opportunities are so important for the younger people. It's sort of a very different era in the one we're in at the moment. On the one hand, we have all this incredible technological advances in so many different fields, but still, one of the things I love to see is a guy or a girl play a guitar or a piano and sing a song they've written.
Yep.
Without much technology. To me, that's really, really good.
Yeah.
Still.
That's why I want to get my daughter into piano lessons, because I learnt growing up, my grandmother was a music teacher.
Right.
So I've been playing instruments since I was about 8 years old. Could never write songs, but I could play them.
well, you know what? Okay. Now,
you get in there.
Yeah, right. No. This one may surprise you, but I guess I was a precocious little brat. Because I said, Mum, I was learning piano, doing classical, scales and things. And then I got sick of that and I wanted to play football. And I played AFL because I come from Western Australia originally.
Yep.
And then I hurt myself, injured myself. And my mum came back around to me and said, do you want to play the piano again? And I said, yeah, but the only difference is it's like school because they give you a set of skills that you're supposed to develop and then you get marked and graded on it,
Yeah.
Right? And then I said, I don't want to do that. And she said, got confused. She was confused. And she said, I don't understand what you're saying. You want to play piano, but what do you want to do? And I said, well, I want to be able to play other people's music and play pop songs on the radio or whatever. And so somehow Mum found a Japanese lady who used to come and sit with me and showed me how harmony works. Say, for example, if you have a C chord, the relative minor to that is an A minor.
Yeah.
And then when she would sit with me, I'd say, in other words, every single key on the keyboard has a relative major and minor chord. That's right. And this light bulb went on and I went, and therefore I can organise those chords any way I want, right? That's right. And so anyone can really write music in that sense. They just don't realise they can.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I should start trying again.
Well, that's right. Yeah.
Look out, you see me next year.
Okay, great.
Now, we ask all our artists a question.
Yeah.
It's probably the most important question. Toilet paper.
Yeah.
You hang it over or under?
Right.
I believe this is called a comb over, and this one's called a mullet.
Right. I didn't know toilet paper had names. Anyway,
I learned that today too.
Yeah. All I know is I can think of a few words that you want to say when there isn't any.
Yes.
But I was going to say, personally, I'm sort of a rollover person. I'd be like that,
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
And we're not talking about nappies either, are we?
No. Look, I'm surprised there's toilet paper in the house because
right.
my husband doesn't like to replace it. So.
Oh, okay.
Now, would you mind signing our toilet roll?
Oh, I'd be honoured to sign your toilet roll. Thank you.
You hear that?
Yeah. Okay.
It's the most random. Actually, bonus question. What's the most random thing you've signed?
I think anything on the human body is a bit weird.
Yep.
But yeah, and autographed is the word I'd use.
Oh, autograph.
But I'm just trying to think, how do I do the rest of this? Okay. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
I was trying to do my normal
Trying to get a bit fancy.
autograph, but yeah. Well, that was different. Never done that before.
Never done that before. There's a first for everything.
That's right.
Thank you for joining me on the Lounges Plus Live Lounge, Andrew. Enjoy
Thanks,
the rest of the festival.
Thank you.
Pretty easy for you. You just get to go home now.
Well, sort of.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm staying in town because I've actually taken on a lot to be here, but it's exciting.
True.
It's good.
True. Awesome.
Good.
Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.